I know, look, the president sets the tone for the nation, and finally we have a president-elect now who's coming in that does support law and order, the rule of law, and he supports cops. The question is, how do we change the hearts and minds of the people, of those looters, of the rioters who are being duped into believing a false narrative and then committing crimes against their own people? How do we actually go out there and change their hearts and minds so they can see what America really is all about?
You're not going to change their hearts and minds. This is a subversive movement, as I indicated. It's anarchy. They want to destroy the rule of law, our American way of life. Law and order type thing. This has to be crushed. This is a very dangerous movement. It's very bad. And, the good law-abiding people in this country, overwhelmingly, I've seen the polls, and I'm talking from pollsters like Gallup and from like Rasmussen. Nobody could say that those are right-wing police-supporting pollsters. And we have the overwhelming majority. I think it was the Gallup poll, 76% of those polled said that they support the police in their communities, and they support what they do for them. And in that poll, and this was, to me, what was most remarkable, 68% of non-whites in that poll said they support the police in their community. So we know we have the support of the people that, we're out there trying to serve and protect. The other ones that you mentioned, there's no winning hearts and minds. That movement has to be crushed.
So maybe winning the hearts and minds starts with leaders of police agencies across the country who are afraid to act against these subversive actors.
Oh, without a doubt. There's been too much patty cake as far as I'm concerned. Now, I don't, run those agencies. I don't get to set the policies or sign off on the initiatives. We had our own riot here, and I made it very clear. I made it loud and clear on national TV that we would not put up with that sort of unlawful behavior, that dangerous behavior. People did go to jail. We got our arms around it after the first night. The first night of rioting is always the most difficult. You're not really totally prepared for it because they don't give you any advance warning. But the second night was a lot better. We didn't have the looting, and we didn't have the arsons and that sort of thing. We didn't have the violence. And by the third night, I think they got the message that I wasn't fooling around. I called the governor to have the National Guard on standby after the first night. All right, I made it very clear what was going to happen here. And so these law enforcement executives have to realize that this appeasement, give them room to riot like they did in Baltimore, doesn't work. It gets good law-abiding people and cops hurt and killed, and also it destroys businesses.
Well, that's because you're a leader, sir, and Donald Trump couldn't pick a better person for his administration if it comes down to that. We appreciate you coming on, Sheriff Clarke. Thank you so much for all you do.
It's always my pleasure. It's a pleasure to serve. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you as well. I'm Grant Stinchfield for NRATV.